Items LeBron James owns that cost more than your soul. LeBron James's on-the-court dominance has often been linked to Thanos and his unstoppable nature in the Avengers movies. He's strong, fast, a little less purple, and very smart. But his off-the-court antics would link him more closely to another Avengers character, the Collector. This becomes clear when you see all the collections of amazing, flashy, and yes, very expensive items that he has. LeBron has spent millions of dollars not only on items that cost more than your soul, but collections of those types of items. Spoiler alert, he doesn't have the Soul Stone. But stay tuned to the end to see the items that he has that are so expensive, he could probably trade them in for an Infinity Stone or two. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, less for your Infinity Stone collecting reasons, more for pure basketball entertainment related reasons. Let's get it started. A watch for any time. On any given day, you could see LeBron wearing a watch that is so magnificent, the sheer sight of it would make your wallet implode and would have your 401k doing backflips. And that would just be one watch in his collection of many wallet imploding watches. If he wanted, he could probably wear a different timepiece for each hour of the day. That's not the most sensible approach to watch wearing, but hey, if you've got the time, why not? Some wrist clocks in his collection include the gold Rolex Day Date. The name itself makes you ask the question, do rich people have different watches for different times of the day and different events? The answer? Probably. Also, they're rich, so it's whatever they want. LeBron was seen wearing this marvel of a watch at the Cleveland Cavaliers championship parade in 2016. So, it seems this one makes appearances during important dates in the daytime. Maybe there's something to the name. Audemars Piguet. The actual full name of LeBron's watch is a mouthful. The Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore 25th Anniversary Chronograph Tourbillon. Whew! A name that, if you could play it in Scrabble, you automatically win the game and all future games you plan to play. Not only is the name of the watch a mouthful, the cost is likely a bank account full as well. In order to find out the cost of this watch, one must first request to set up a meeting to inquire about it. When a watch's price is available upon request only, that's all you need to know, that it is not for the faint of heart. Only plan to buy one of these if you're the type of person whose money makes money, and that money, additionally, that your money makes, also has a couple part-time jobs. James's version is an 18-karat Rolls Gold Beauty. And again, it apparently required a meeting to be held before it was purchased. You can walk off the lot with most cars easier than that. Someone call Dr. Strange. In his quest to make the Time Stone jealous, LeBron has collected even more brilliant watches, including another Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore that's got an 18-karat white gold case set and 608 diamonds, a Patek Philippe Nautilus, which, though gold and set with diamonds, is a casual any-day watch, and a Richard Mille RM 1103, which is a sports watch, but still costs six figures. And no, that doesn't include the numbers after the decimal point. A car for every day. That's right, LeBron has more cars than days in the week. So not only could he pick and choose a car for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc., he could even pick some second string options for each day. When you have a starting five of cars, you know you're rich. When you also have a bench that's deep, you're beyond rich. If Bron's Garage is essentially its own NBA team, who are some of the key players? Let's start with the All-Stars. Like every great NBA team that has a couple All-Stars, from the Clippers with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, to the Nets with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, so too does Bron's Garage. Though, the Garage has more like 4 players being sent to the All-Star weekend. Where insects and car names don't usually equate to a jaw-dropping piece of machinery, the Ferrari 458 Spider is the exception. The 458 apparently stands for the amount of times you do a double take when, and if, one of those ever races past you. We assume the VW Beetle left out the number, since a VW1 Beetle doesn't quite have the same ring to it. LeBron's Spider starts at about $245,000. Fast, flashy, and a lot of pickup. This is his consistent playmaker. The big boy in the middle of the paint is Bron's Mercedes Maybach S650. You can think of this car as a fat king. Not only is it a beast, but it'll still have you sitting in the lap of luxury. If you don't know much about Maybach, you can be assured it's the top of the line car. Not only is it starting at about $200K, but the name is also featured in dozens of hip-hop songs. Sure, Maybach is easy to rhyme, but so is Civic. Who's the multi-dimensional all-star that shows up every night, never disappoints, and puts up big numbers across the board? The Lamborghini Aventador Roadster, with a custom paint job to match LeBron's signature shoe, the X1 King's Pride floral shoe. LeBron's Lambo has a price tag that needed to be enlarged, just to fit the figure of roughly $670,000. We know it's tacky to leave a price tag on your items in general. Maybe in this case, it would have been okay for LeBron to drive around town with that one on for at least a day. This lineup is starting to get unfair. And when LeBron adds insult to injury with this car, you're really going to feel it. He also owns a Rolls-Royce Phantom. You know Rolls-Royce only puts out quality vehicles, even if only the fact that in Back to the Future, Marty McFly crashes into a Rolls-Royce, and the rest of his life is ruined. Partially bad karma from the universe for doing any damage to such a beautiful work of art. Also partially due to the fact that he had to pay off the damages until he was roughly 500,000 years old. The Phantom starts at about, $455,000. Here's the kicker. LeBron didn't even drop $1 on it. It was a gift from none other than Shaquille O'Neal. Even his gifts cost more than your soul. That's soul-crushing. The supporting cast. Like any championship caliber team, you need a supporting cast to help out that lineup of all-stars. And with LeBron's insane car collection, the same is true. Cars you would lose your mind over happen to be LeBron's role players. His bench is his, I got this extra salary cap left to use. Why not? A Porsche 911 Turbo that you may remember as one of the many cars stolen and gone in 60 seconds. Come to think of it, when those guys were stealing the whole collection of cars, they could have just stopped by LeBron's house and checked off the whole grocery list. Lucky for LeBron, that movie came out about 3 years before his NBA career began. A Bentley Continental GT that we somehow didn't get around to mentioning until now. Have you ever known someone to own a Bentley and it isn't the first thing they mention in a car conversation? Nor is it the second or third or even the fourth thing they mention? Likely if you answered yes, it's only because you're a friend of LeBron James. And that doesn't count. A Chevy Impala that he got some big old wheels put on. Even his cars get great accessories. A Chevy Camaro SS that's pristine, super white, looking like a Hot Wheel that got stretched out to full car size. And even a Dodge Challenger SRT, because you never know what you're going to be in the mood for when you step in your driveway. The difference being, most of us can't act on what our mood is. It's that one car or hop on a bus. Starting to see why LeBron is the collector? Not because they dress similar, or because he once possessed the Reality Stone, though that could explain how he made his wonderful reality his own. No, because of the collection. And we haven't gotten to the most absurd collection yet. Who collects mansions? Now, this is a collection you don't hear about many retired grandparents starting up in their twilight years. No, mansion collecting isn't something just anyone can take on. If you're looking to start a collection, best to stick with baseball cards or a coin from each country you visited. Leave large resident collecting to those with the deepest pockets. A mansion for each season. Just about a mansion for each season of the year. I mean, that's the dream, isn't it? Maybe you want to have a white Christmas, go sledding, and have a snowball fight and sip some cocoa by a roaring fire. Perfect. If you're LeBron James, you'll just decide to stay in your Ohio mansion. A modest 30,000 square foot, $9.2 million home, equipped with a personal movie theater, barbershop, aquarium, 2-lane bowling alley. Wait, are we reading attractions at Mandalay Bay? Nope, just checking. This is still a residence that people live in, quite happily we might add. And only until they lose interest or the weather doesn't suit their desires anymore. Why not hop on a plane and relocate to another mansion? How about sunny Los Angeles where it's never cold? Wait, the James family still has to decide which Los Angeles residence they want to head to, as they have two. There's the Brentwood Beauty, the first of two LA sweethearts, which costs around $23 million. It's over 15,000 square feet with a luxurious onyx bar, wine cellar, game room, cigar room. Yeah, you get the picture. There's a room dedicated to smoking a particular item. For most people, the cigar room is also sometimes called the back deck, or the spot in the driveway behind the trash cans. The other LA mansion is located in Beverly Hills, another 36 million, another 13,000 square feet. By our count, that's over 58,000 square feet of indoor living space if you added it all up. Alright, we're starting to think LeBron is also collecting Infinity Stones and using the Space Stone to give him and his family a boatload of space to reside in. I guess you can't blame him. The stone could be used for worse things. The Avengers movies didn't cover every single one of Thanos' moves, but we're fairly certain he wasn't building a lighted tennis court or a screening room with his Infinity Gauntlet. So we're at the very least a little happier to hope it ended up in Bron's possession. So when you collect money like LeBron has been doing for over the past 2 decades, you gotta start expensive collections. And once those collections of earthly possessions are fulfilled, I guess you move on to other galaxies. For now, we can at least say Bron is one of Earth's best collectors. But comment and let us know what you think of his collections. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos about your favorite NBA stars.